What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we have a very fun, rather interesting video. I have always been a huge fan of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I think this show is the show that defined my childhood, and so I've always had a special connection to it, and I was really so freaking happy with Season 7 when that came out. I loved it. I loved it so much, and I've always wanted to build something from it. And so with Season 7 coming out, and with summer around, and I've got a bit more time on my hands, I decided to build the Commander Wolffe helmet. Commander Wolffe and the Wolf Pack Troopers have been a personal favorite of mine for basically the entire time the series is running. I just love their suit designs. My brother asked me to build him something cool, and we both agreed that a Commander Wolffe helmet would look pretty sick. So we're going to build one of those. Without further ado, let's get to it. The file that I used to 3D print the helmet is the Commander Wolffe Phase 2 helmet from Damask Props. I really love this design, and the link to his design is in the description below. I printed the helmet at 110% scale, which ended up being a little bit too small for me. But that's fine, because the helmet wasn't for me, it was for this guy. Say hi.
Hi. What's up, bro?
After 8 days of printing for so long, all the parts are done, and it's time to go put them together. Okay. Welcome to the shed. This is where I'm going to do most of the assembling and trying not to die of heat exhaustion. Hi, puppy. How'd you just? You're just a good puppy. Just a good dog. Okay, so there's the two front bottom pieces here on the face actually have this nice cool little edge that juts out underneath your chin, but it actually makes the helmet impossible to fit on for basically anybody that I know. Nobody that I gave the helmet to could actually put it on over their heads. So we're headed down to the shop where I work at, and we're gonna get a giant belt sander and sand these parts off so that we can put the helmet on. Since when did I choose to get up this early? Stupid. If you saw the Chuck Norris video, you remember this awesome dude, my friend Wes. He came to help me out with the helmet build and, just in general, goof around today. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
What are we doing today?
we're gonna go sand, we're gonna 3D sand, I can't English, we're gonna sand a 3D printed helmet for a clone trooper helmet. Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Cue 30-second driving montage.
Here, it's a Saturday.
because that's required. Thanks to the shop that I work at, we've got this giant belt sander that I'm going to use to sand down these parts, because it turns out this area here is actually just a little bit too big. So I need to sand these down a little bit. First though, safety glasses, because reasons. Where's the red button?
Underneath there?
Oh.
You have the green one. Green one.
Yep. Yeah. This is terrifying.
Alright.
Sample piece. I don't want to touch that at all.
Yeah.
It's locked. Alright, we'll go use the other door then. Alright. So I'd call that a qualified success. Thank you for helping me get those. I feel like you're just now like...
I'm the camera guy.
You're like the guest star of my channel now. All of the 2 videos that we've made. But yeah, we got the sides beveled off, edged off. Hopefully that'll help fit the rest of the helmet on. I don't really know how this is gonna work with the rest of the helmet, just because I don't have it with me, so I didn't get to put these together and actually wear it. But I know if you look at that, it looks a lot better than the other one, and I think this will fit my face pretty nicely. I can't tell what it looks like.
It's a much nicer fit though than previously, because like previously there was so much on the bottom.
Right.
It was hard to put it on.
You felt like you couldn't put your jaw anywhere.
Yeah, you couldn't even like fit it.
Right.
Anywhere.
You couldn't get it over your head.
Yeah. That's
Anyway, we'll see where it leaves us.
And you're gonna go back over it and sand it, right? And then
yeah.
paint it with the.
So that's the next step. The next step will be to glue these 2 onto the rest of the helmet, which I forgot to mention. I super glued everything together. I got that on film. But then I went back with an epoxy that smells like garbage. I like epoxied the inside lines of the helmet, and my room stinks to like high heaven now. But the helmet is like epoxied together and looks really nice.
So clone helmet / trash can mask.
It's a trash can mask.
It's a trash can mask.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get these glued together, epoxied together, and then everything will. I'll go into major sanding mode for like days, and that'll help buff out some of these rougher edges and maybe get rid of some of the bad crease lines. Anyway, good enough. Let's get out of here. So today is Bondo Day. We're going to go over the entire helmet and get it all ready for paint by smoothing out some of the layer lines. By way of quick update, there was a couple of really large gaps in the helmet just because the 3D printer's not entirely accurate. So I've actually filled in these lines here and over here with just some regular old spackle that you would use on the wall to make that one uniform piece now. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. Today we Bondo this whole thing up. Alright, so here's the first layer of Bondo. It's just a quick video. I got Bondo basically all over it. It's not a great layer, but I just wanted to get a first one on there so that I would get an idea of what things are going to start to look like. So I lied. Oh, frick. Alright, better. So I lied. I immediately turned around and painted the helmet with the filler primer. And it's good because it gives me an idea of, I mean, first of all, that's just really fun to have. I like having it painted. But it also gives me an idea of where I need to put on extra Bondo and where I need to do some more sanding work before I go down to my final hours of sanding and painting, which is going to be probably in the next couple of days. And then I also printed out the rangefinder So I'm going to Bondo and sand that and then get ready to paint it. I don't think it'll need another color, but yeah. So that's what's on the docket for today. So, I may have cut out a lot from this video, and by a lot I mean the Bondo and the sanding actually took me a couple days, and so the 2 clips that I got from it are actually representative of probably close to 2.5 hours of Bondo and sanding combined. So that was definitely the least fun part of this whole build. And now we get to my favorite part of the whole project. I was basically looking forward to this the whole time that I was going to do it, which is just painting. And I was super excited to get some layers of paint on this thing and finally start to watch it come together. So we're gonna start with a base white. This is just a flat white, and it'll be used as the base coat for everything. That's what will help the gray from shining through. And then after the base white, I'm going to throw a chrome white on top of it to give it that shiny, iconic Clone Trooper helmet look that we all know and love. Okay, so the helmet is finished with a nice glossy white on it. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking this up, but hopefully you can see the reflection off of it. Next step is to tape the whole thing up and mark out the designs. And I'm not going to video that because I'm lazy and my workspace is cluttered up and I don't really want to film the whole thing. So, helmet, taped. So, it's all taped up. It took me like 2 days because I'm a neat freak and it has to be perfect. So tomorrow we'll spray paint this thing off and then we can finally take the tape off and see what the design looks like. Okay, now that the helmet is mostly painted, I'm going to go back with some acrylic paint and do in some of the details that I didn't want to do with the spray paint. Floor gang, ooh, floor gang, ooh, floor gang. Huh. I can't use that. Okay, I'll do something else, something more original. So I've put some little markings on it. They're just some detail work that I enjoyed doing. I also attached the stem here, the rangefinder. The next thing to do is the black wash. Now unfortunately this is where the video ends because my camera crapped out on me. I wasn't able to get a video of the rest of the build, but I do have the finished product, which I'm very, very happy with. Here we've got this bad boy. Looks amazing, looks epic. I did the black wash per promised. I also put a nice, as you can see, shiny visor on it. And I also painted in I painted in the grills down here. But yeah, this thing looks amazing. I am so happy with how it came out, especially for this being the first ever helmet that I've built. I think this looks amazing, and I dearly wish that I could wear this, but it is just too small for me. So I will enjoy watching my brother run around with this thing on, and probably sometime in the future. I think I'm gonna build one of these for myself. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, press like. Drop a comment down below if you think there's something that you'd like me to try to build sometime in the future. I'm open to suggestions and always looking for a cool new project. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.